Let's move past the ship planes. Welcome to the F-2A in Ace Combat Infinity. Yes, it's good to be back behind the mic. Finally, it's been a while, guys, but yeah, welcome to the F-2A. Now, for those of you who say that this, or for those of you who think that this looks like an F-16, yeah, this is an F-16. It's just a Japanese rebrand of the F-16, just a carbon copy, should we say. Although, for some reason, Namco decides that it's somehow better than the American F-16, although essentially they're one and the same. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on there. But in order to purchase the F-2A, you are going to need a total amount of credits of 124,740 or more. Upgrades are decently priced as well, although these are definitely not a bargain as compared to the ship planes we've covered before. Now it's time to get into the stats of the F-2A. Let's start off with the speed. Now, at the level 15 upgrade, you are going to be having a total speed of A+ for an attacker, which is decent, but not as fast as the other planes out there. You're definitely going to be beat by stuff like the Foxhound. And no, this is not pre-recorded. This was not, recorded before the level 20 upgrade was out. The level 20 upgrade is out as I am talking right now. But because not all planes have the level 20 upgrade available, let's keep the guides on equal footing here. I know the F-2A can go to level 20, but let's just stick with level 15 for the time being. Mobility is also fairly decent at B+, and although it's worse than speed, it's good enough for an attacker. It's adequate. Stability is solid for a single engine attacker at a level 15 stat of S. That's actually pretty good, but there's attackers with better stats out there. Now, naturally, being an attacker, the F-2A also comes with a very poor air-to-air stat at C. Ouch. Yeah, that's not very good. Definitely don't want to be attacking air-to-air planes with a air-to-ground attacker, but don't know why you'd be doing that anyway. Now, time for the air-to-ground, what this aircraft's built for, although essentially it can do both, even though it's an F-16. The level 15 stat is S, which is very, very good. Very good for a attacker, although it could be a little bit higher. You're definitely going to find that this aircraft inflicts a pretty decent amount of damage at level 15 with your air-to-ground weapons. Defense is also pretty solid at a level 15 upgrade of S+, and although it can go plus higher, you're going to find that that's enough. That's enough to take a missile or two, although you probably should be avoiding missiles anyway. It's not really hard to dodge missiles in Ace Combat Infinity, but, defense it's good enough. It'll get you somewhere. Overall, these stats are pretty typical of a decent air-to-ground attacker. Although this is an F-16, it should probably be more multi-role, but whatever. I'm not the designer, the dude who does the things with Namco. So decent ground attacker stats. That's what I'll say. Now from the part slots. The F-2A is a bit irregular in terms of part slots. From levels 1 to 5, you will get 15 body, 17 arms, and 16 MISC. It's not equal for some reason, but this plane was here from the very start of the game, so this is somewhat common, should we say, on the planes that have been here since the release of the game. From levels 6 to 14, you'll get 2 additional part slots with 17 at the body, 19 at the arms, and 18 at the MISC. And then from levels 15, you'll get 18 on the body, 20 on the arms, and 19 on the miscellaneous. This is an average amount of part slots, and yeah, not much more to be said on that. Yes, so now the special weapon loadout of the F-2A. What do we got here? At level 1, we've got the LASM, or the LASM, the anti-ship missile. At level 4, you'll unlock the unguided bomb, or the UGB. And then at level 7, you're unlocking the rocket pods, or the big rocket launchers that fire rockets everywhere. Overall, this special weapon loadout is actually really good. Yes, it's really good. I just said that. It's very versatile, very customizable for an attacker. Basically can suit all three roles you need. LASM for, the Aegis ships, aerospace center defense, that kind of thing. The unguided bomb for Moscow battle and just complete mayhem. Or the rocket launcher for spread out targets but still slightly clustered together like the Alps Air Corridor missions. Now, unfortunately, unguided bombs were nerfed to shit back, I don't know. I don't remember how long ago it was. A couple months ago, probably a lot longer than that. So this plane used to be actually one of the best attackers you could ever use in the game for a medium tier, plane. But now it's just kind of run-of-the-mill attacker fodder, should we say. The unguided bombs were absolutely devastating on this aircraft. I remember I had a friend named Enderseth who had a level 15 F-2A with unguided bombs and the range part. He would just obliterate everything on the map. Unfortunately, this isn't the case anymore with the aircraft, and unguided bombs really aren't that great anymore, but they can still get the job done. So this airplane has been nerfed in effectiveness a lot over the past couple of months, or however many months it has been since the unguided bomb was nerfed. Although the rocket launchers have seen a buff, but no one really uses those anyway. So overall, like I just said, the F-2A is a very decent attacker aircraft to use in Ace Combat Infinity. It can basically suit any type of air-to-ground aircraft role, although it has been nerfed pretty significantly in the past couple of months. It's still decent, and if you gotta go through the tree, I don't think you should avoid purchasing this aircraft. This is a pretty decent aircraft, although I don't understand still why the F-16 isn't a multi-role. Come on, Namco. Logic here. Now, as for taking it to level 15, you can take it there if you want. I really don't care. Now getting into the last part of the F-2A, which are the special variants. The F-2A has a few special variants. This includes the F-2A Mommy, which I have, although I haven't bought. That's a fighter. The F-2A Shogun, which is a, attacker aircraft. For those of you legends back in the day who've played this game since release, you guys remember that was the first gold-covered aircraft. That's a pretty good one. I like the F-2A Shogun. You have the F-2A Nagase and the F-2A 60th Anniversary, which are just other variants that you can use if you don't feel like using the vanilla version of the F-2A. Overall, the F-2A has some decent variants, although if you really like this aircraft, which makes me wonder why you wouldn't be using the F-16, I would stick with the vanilla version and get it upgraded to level 20. Alright guys, so that's a wrap. That's the F-2A in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, it's a decent aircraft. It's not as good as it used to be thanks to the unguided bomb nerf. That also accounts for just like the F4 and the F4G and all the others planes. But yeah, if it's your plane food, definitely go for it, as I always say. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time on the next aircraft review, which will be on the I Don't Know Yet. See you guys around.
Bravo team produced some serious numbers. Better start thinking about how you'll use that reward. Emergency message from HQ. Updating ID friend or foe. All units, priority level for the operation has changed. We now have an emergency mission. Updating target info.